Smart people circle more than anyone, and not because they're stuck, because they're unstructured. Let's talk about it. This is episode 404. And now your host, Jen O'Brien and Matt Emerson. Well, welcome back to the Wandering But Not Lost podcast. I'm flying solo today because Jan O'Brien is on a well-deserved holiday. And you can find all the show notes here over at wbnlpodcast.com, episode 404. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to look productive but feel like you're spinning and circling? You're thinking, you're researching, you're planning, you're revisiting a lot of decisions. But somehow you're not moving forward in any way, shape, or form. And not because you're lazy, not because you're incapable of moving forward, just because you're unclear. That's the problem. Clarity, always the problem, right? And here's something I've come to understand. Circling isn't chaos, it's controlled movement without direction, right? You're moving, you're doing things, you're even making progress in small ways, but you're not advancing. And most people think the solution to that feeling is motivation. Well, I think that it's not motivation. It's something different. The solution is structure. Structure. Clarity isn't a personality trait. It isn't confidence. It isn't mood. Clarity is structure. And without structure, we circle. So that's what I want to unpack today. Circling feels like productivity. It looks responsible. It even feels thoughtful. It looks like rewriting the plan again, researching one more option, revisiting a decision you already made, tweaking direction slightly over and over and over again. And because it feels productive, we don't even question it. But here's the tell. If you're constantly revisiting instead of advancing, you're circling. You can be busy and still be circling. You can be intelligent and still be circling. You can even be successful and still be circling. Because circling isn't about capability, it's about clarity. Now, smart people circle more than anyone. And why is that? Because they think deeply. They see the nuance. They consider consequences. They don't want to get it wrong. I get that, right? But without a decision filter, every option feels viable. Every direction feels half right. Every opportunity feels possible. So you hesitate, you revisit, you refine, you analyze, and eventually you circle. Overthinking isn't depth. It's delay without structure. Depth produces direction, but only when it's anchored. And if you can't explain why you choose something, you're not clear. And that's not a criticism. Trust me. That's empowerment because clarity can be built. So what actually stops circling, right? That's a big $100 million question. And the answer to that, I think, is really simple. It's just structure. 3 things in particular. First, written values. I'm really bad about that personally. I admit it. I try to get good at it. I'm good for a while, then I fall back off of it. But it is so important. So that's number 1, written values. If your values aren't written down, they float, right? And floating values don't guide decisions. They just influence moods. Remember that, Matt Emerson. And any of you Matt Emersons out there. The second thing is a decision filter. Instead of asking, does this sound good? You ask, does this align with what I've defined? So see, this is a 2-step. We've only talked about 2 things and there's a process, there's a structure being built here, right? Let's see that question again. What does this align with what I've defined? So that really changes everything, right? And third is self-trust. Clarity builds self-trust, not hype, not confidence. Trust. And when you trust your decisions, you stop revisiting them. Structure turns wandering into direction. Without structure, wandering becomes circling. With structure, wandering becomes exploration. And that is awesome. That can build so much more and give you so much more opportunity. There's a massive difference there. So if you've been circling, it's not a character flaw. It's a structural gap. And structure can be built. And that's exactly why we created the Clarity series. It walks you step by step through defining your values, building your decision filter, and restoring the internal steadiness. Enrollment's open now. If this conversation resonated with you, that's your next step. And if you're not ready for that yet, start simple. Write down what matters. Define your filter. Stop circling. Choose direction. Once again, those show notes will be over at wbnlpodcast.com. This was episode 404, and I'll catch you next time.